So, have you seen Seven?
Yeah, Pete and I watched it. We reviewed it. It was a whole thing.
No, sorry. I misspoke. Have you seen Lucky Number Slevin?
See, when you said, like, the inflection you put on that made that sound like one of those words was going to be seven, but it wasn't. So that's
Slevin, seven.
It's just like an improper use. But no, I haven't.
Oh, let's watch it. It's fun.
Okay. You know, you just don't hear people talk about the Poconos the way that they use, right? Like, it feels like Poconos...
Like it's from the song?
Well, no, just in general, right? Like, it seems like such like a 1970s, 1980s...
Because of the song.
No, just in general, right? It was like the American, we're going to get some vacation property in the Poconos.
Doing in the Poconos. I don't even
never
remember
heard
how the
that.
song goes.
I've never heard that song.
It's part of a chorus from some kind of song.
No idea what that...
You don't... Oh, what's the song?
Her name was Lola. No, this is a different song.
Poconos song.
Uh-huh.
Poconos song. Yeah, it was a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a song.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. It was a song. You're the one that got on the Poconos thing. You tell me.
It's kind of integral to the plot of the film.
The Poconos?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, because it's Henry's dad has got a brochure for the Poconos.
For the Poconos? I didn't even notice that.
Oh, then I think you've missed.
I
think you need to rewatch.
Because I missed that one small detail.
Hello and welcome to the Movie Men Podcast.
We are the Poconos team.
Yeah.
Also known as the B team.
That'd be sick. I don't even know...
Where are the Poconos?
I've not a clue. I don't know where.
It's probably one of those islands that...
Is it Poconos USA a country? The Pocono Mountains. Oh. What? Wait, what did you say? What was your guess?
I was going to say it's probably like Hawaii, one of those islands that U.S. kind of pseudo... is a part of the USA kind of pseudo...
The Pocono Mountains, or the Poconos, encompass forested peaks, lakes, and valleys in the U.S. state of Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yes, not at all.
It's not an island at all. Yeah.
But actually, we're not the Poconos team.
No. We're the B team.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah. That's Carl.
That's Brady.
Yeah.
We watched a movie.
We did. Yeah.
That I picked.
Yeah. That wasn't
I figured
an M. Night Shyamalan film.
But I figured we're on this Bruce Willis thing.
Well,
just stick with Bruce Willis.
And it's actually super fortuitous because like a week or so ago, Pete and I reviewed the new M. Night Shyamalan film. This is weird things happening because we reviewed an M. Night Shyamalan film that was not Unbreakable or part of the Unbreakable universe and didn't have Bruce Willis in it, but it did have Josh Hartnett.
Oh, did it?
Which was Trap. And so now we're reviewing a not an M. Night Shyamalan film that does have Josh Hartnett and
still has a twist.
And Bruce Willis.
And has a twist.
And has a twist. Yeah. Which Trap didn't really. I mean, it kind of
He's got a few films that don't.
Yeah. Anyways, we watched Trap. No.
You watched Trap with Pete. We watched Lucky Number Slevin.
Lucky Number Slevin.
Yeah.
Stupid name. But
yeah.
A stupid name upon approach. And then you watch the film and I guess it
all falls into place.
Sense.
Yeah.
Initial impressions?
Yeah. Yeah, so I go first? Yeah. So this is
spoiler alert, by the way. We're going to,
Yeah, we're going to spoil the film.
Movie's 18 years old.
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
Anyway. So
I'd never seen it.
I own this on DVD.
That's the point of this series.
Yeah.
Carl's seen it.
Brady hasn't.
So question, wait, before you give your initial impression, because the whole idea of this series is you haven't seen blank?
Yeah.
You actually surprised that is this a film you're genuinely I can't believe you haven't seen this?
Yeah, this is a great film.
But it surprises you that I had not seen it.
Surprised me? No, I feel like this one probably slips under the radar for a lot of people.
Okay. Because to be fair,
it's like a sleeper hit.
I feel like technically that's the point of this series. However, having said that, I wasn't surprised that you hadn't seen any of the Conjuring films.
Right, yeah.
So it's not like a steadfast rule.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Initial impression.
The point is more that the other person hasn't seen it, not really the gasp
and you
factor.
feel like they really should. Yeah.
We'll have a few that are like that, but this one, like
my next one for you to watch is
you're gasping.
Yeah, I mean I will tell you, it's an older film. It'll be the oldest film that we have watched as a part of this series.
Oh wow, okay. Older than Conan.
No. Yes. Yeah, sorry. I thought you said Oil and Conan, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. No.
What?
Yes, older than Conan. But and so it's like everyone really should see it. But because it's so old, I'm not super shocked that you haven't seen it.
Okay.
However, it's it's funny. It's super old. It's not that. But you okay?
I got a cold from I got kids, man. I'm like gonna be always sick.
You're gonna get me sick.
Yeah, I am.
But I can't afford to miss work. I genuinely can't afford to miss work. What are you doing to me here?
You can work through this one. Trust me. I have.
Well, I'm a bitch when it comes to getting sick. No, it's a super old film that I'm gonna have you watch next week. But it's not that much older than you.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Just so you know. But go ahead with your initial impression.
Okay. So I brought this over on DVD.
Yeah.
Which you and your kind of snobby viewing preferences looked up your nose at.
I will say the film visually was not as bad as the text in the menu. Like actual menu text is painful.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I've seen this several times.
Okay.
And for me, this film, I would say, is like, to use the phrase, it's like a fine wine, right? It's like Book of Eli. You watch Book of Eli again and again, and more things kind of stand out to you, and you go, "Oh, that's clever." Yeah, that's my
that's it. That's the whole thing.
That's my initial impression.
All right, that's okay.
I'm not going to give it all away.
No, that's fair. It's fair. This is where you ask me. I feel like this.
Oh yeah, what would you rate it? Oh no, we're not there yet. Right, initial impression.
Better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it was something you picked. I went into it open-minded.
Well, you didn't even know what it was about.
I didn't know what it was about.
It was like we were 15 minutes in. You were like, "What is this even?" You literally said, "What is this even about?"
What is this movie? It's better than I thought, based on the fact that if this had been a film that I had just found on Netflix or, the like,
mm-hmm.
and had decided to throw on and be like, yeah, sure, I'll check this out. 10 minutes in, I would have turned this movie off.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10, maybe even 15 minutes in, I would have shut this movie off and I would have never revisited it.
Yeah. I've never seen trailers for this film, but I assume the trailers would
intrigue you.
Might end up pull you through that first 15 minutes.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes, I'm sitting there watching it and I'm thinking, this movie's going to end, and I'm not really going to understand what was going on, because the film does an okay job of bringing things together, but in the first 15 minutes, it is a convoluted, confusing. Doesn't really and
does it intentionally,
but again, maybe to the detriment of someone who isn't actually anticipating watching this film going in, right? I would have shut it off, and I would have not ever gone back. I would have just gone like, no, that's some real complicated, like someone got real clever in the editing chair and was like, I'm gonna tell a story in a weird order, and it's gonna be artistic and fun, and then I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my initial impression.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's talk about like what we liked.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the things I like right off the bat is the line he drops when he walks in on his girlfriend cheating on him. His girlfriend, quote unquote, doesn't exist in reality.
It's a funny line. And she's like, I'm Slevin, it was an accident.
Like, you tripped and he fell?
Which, but here's the thing. Turns out that never happened.
No.
Right?
It's
That's just a story he made up.
It's a cover story.
But here's the thing. I don't know that... Look, I am not opposed to... I'm not opposed...
Tripping and falling on girls?
That's not what I said. It's not what I said at all. No, I'm not opposed to... And I mean, I think, there's many things that have made this painfully clear. I'm in no way opposed to nudity in film if it makes sense and serves a purpose.
Okay.
And same goes with everything. Pete and I have discussed this ad nauseum where, there are people who say, well, you shouldn't show rape in films because people have been raped and that's a sensitive. And I'm like, yeah, but if you're telling a story about a rape, then depending on what the story is and how you're telling it, it may make sense to show that, right? And so if the story warrants it, I don't think anything's off limits. I do wonder in this instance, because we see see lots. I do wonder if this was a little bit of the director going, well, we already have an R rating, so we might as well throw some boobs in.
Let those boobs bounce around a bit.
Yeah, and so to me, I was just kind of like, what is an example of something that warrants, if you're telling a film about a stripper, right, and a stripper trying to make it, blah, 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 then yeah, you're going to, good Lord, sir.
Yeah, it just sneaks up on me.
Then you're going to show nudity, and you're going to, right, or if you're telling a story about a sex worker, or if you're telling a story about a nudist, or
in this case,
I was just kind of like, especially because nudity doesn't persist throughout.
Yeah.
So it's not like, this is the type of film or type of content that they're going with. It just felt like it was there for shock value.
It's pretty much what to shock the Whoa, okay.
It's just like when there's nudity in Crank, right? When he has sex with her on the racetrack,
right?
And you're like,
yeah. Yeah, and I would...
Just because you already have an R rating, you decided to, pardon the pun, but go balls to the wall.
I could defend the scene and be like, yeah, they're using the shock value to kind of throw you off the scent.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But realistically...
It's just shock value.
Yeah, the job does a good enough... The movie does a good enough job throwing you off the scent to begin with.
Yeah.
That it doesn't.
See, it was different when there was an orgy in Conan. Well, no, genuinely though, because we're talking about
an orgy call,
barbaric times. We're talking about a time when society, well, if you could call it that, was much more sexually loosey goosey, and and nudity was much more common because at best you're wearing a loincloth, right? And so that to me makes more sense than you just showed this for kicks.
Yeah.
What did I like? I liked seeing Josh Hartnett only because I just saw 2024 Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
And it was funny because at the time, like, I've seen Pearl Harbor, but probably 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had not seen Pearl Harbor in a very long time. And so when I watched Trap, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is. And so then I looked him up and I was like, oh, son of a gun, like Pearl Harbor and all these other things. Lucky Number Slevin was a film that you and I have discussed. Like, I knew that it was on your list.
Yeah.
It being on his IMDb did not stand out to me when I looked his name up a week or so ago. So I was surprised to see him here, but that was fun. It was fun for me to see him like 18
I think he's
years
a great actor.
earlier.
He does a good job.
Yeah. I liked the cast kind of in general.
Yeah, great cast.
Ben Kingsley, I'm a big fan of. How can you not be a fan of Morgan Freeman?
Oh, absolutely.
Lucy Liu.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce Willis. I get it. I'm not a big Bruce Willis guy.
Yeah, this is like kind of the end of his near the end of his heyday for films.
Yeah, I'm not a massive Bruce Willis guy, but I did think he was good in this. You should have taken a week, man.
Yeah, I'm
good. Week.
I've had this for a week.
Gross.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci, I'm a huge Stanley Tucci fan. Like, to me, Stanley Tucci, I even like Stanley Tucci in the Lovely Bones, where he plays like a murderous pervert.
Okay.
Right? Like, to me, Stanley Tucci is just like, he can do no wrong. So yeah, I liked the cast. I liked that the story, I liked that there was intelligent writing. And I don't, unless I missed something, I don't feel like there are any forgotten about loose ends that are jumping out at me. I think trying to do a film this clever and this smart and this interwoven, a lot of the times you'll find a film will end up with a couple loose ends where you're like, but how do you explain this part?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm sure if you went through the film with a fine-tooth comb, there's probably a couple of them, but none of them. Good Lord, sir.
It's all the talking.
You're just sitting there.
Yeah, but I was talking, so now my throat tickles.
But I felt like none of them jumped out at me enough that they were a concern. Do we need to reschedule?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay.
Just quit bringing it up. Let's go.
Well, the listener's going to be like, what the shit is
edit
this?
It out.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, well, I'm going to cough. You know now. All right, now let's move on with the show.
Well, I said my bit. So now it's your turn to talk, which means you're not going to be able to hide the coughing.
Well,
I am so sorry. Listen, there are people who I've never wanted to swear more on the podcast than there are people who pay for this shit, who literally financially support us, and once a week they're like, "Hey, I get to listen to this week's episode. I'm excited," and then they pop on. And either Carl's playing with a microphone, and if he's not playing with a microphone, he's coughing up a lung. And if he's not coughing up a lung or playing with a microphone, then he's just watched a horror film, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. It's another movie. I don't know why I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like this movie a lot because I think it does two things. It's got this kind of mystery aspect right out the gate if you've never seen it before. So for like, you were like you're trying to puzzle it together through figure out who's Slevin.
Yeah.
Why is he there?
It took me a bit.
He's got a story, but pieces don't add up.
It took a bit for that to become fun though, Because like I said at the beginning, I was like before I realized that there was a mystery, right? Like there's a point where you reach where you're like, I don't know fully what's happening, but I understand that I'm not supposed to. But at the beginning, that's not clear, and you just don't understand what's going on, and you're like, well, I'm not gonna follow this. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm going to apologize to the listener every time. I'm so sorry.
I enjoyed that mystery aspect of the film the first time I watched it. Anyway.
So why did you what put this film on your radar?
I don't remember when I first seen it.
Okay.
But I remember watching the first time and really kind of enjoying that. I'm going to cough again.
You're struggling. I'm so sorry.
But then the flip side is the like the whole revenge story.
Right.
And how that mystery, all those pieces kind of fall into place.
Okay.
And the twist. And when you rewatch it, all the foreshadowing and Little Night, like he hands his dad the watch,
right? And
they don't hide that he's wearing the watch ever.
No.
The ring, the shotgun, all those things.
Yeah.
If you're really paying attention the first time, and you could pick up on those things,
right?
But because you don't think to, you just kind of whoosh, over the head.
Yeah.
And I think the movie does an excellent job of laying out that foreshadowing, but also hiding it.
Right. Yeah.
For future watching.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm so sorry. Again.
Yeah.
I apologize profusely. Yeah. Okay. I like that Lucy Liu gets to live in the end, because I was like,
her character is just fun.
Of all the people who died, I was like, or seemingly died, that was the one where I was like, okay, I get it. Like, she made him, and so like she had a picture of Mr. Good Cat, and so he's tying up loose ends.
Yeah.
But also, that just seems like that was just shitty luck on her part, right? And she was otherwise just a good kid.
Just happened to walk in for a cup of sugar and a peek at a dick.
I do also like. My God, I am so sorry for him in every way today. I do like also that the film has and completely unnecessary to the plot. Like this is a entirely separate creative choice, but the wordplay throughout the film, especially
like Ben Kingsley's character.
Ben King, well, but not, but yeah,
but Ben Kingsley and Morgan Freeman's character both use a lot.
But it's all of it, right? It's the why do they call him the rabbi? Because he's a rabbi.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's just simple things like that, right up to the interaction between Slevin and the boss, where it's like, unless you want to lend me $98,000, do I want to lend you $98,000? I don't know. Do you? I don't know. Should I? I don't know. Should you? Right? It's just this like back and forth. That stuff I really liked. I think Lucy Liu had a couple of those really great lines like that where she was just given
talking like a mile a minute. When she first comes on screen. Yeah. In her first scene.
So stuff like that was really fun. I liked Stanley Tucci's character, sort of this, FBI. It's a complex setup in that you have two crime families, essentially, or two crime lords, and an FBI agent, and a world-class assassin, and a love interest next door, and your main character, who's layered as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And at no point, and both crime lords have lackeys.
Yeah.
And at no point...
2 lackeys, one who's kind of like the mouth,
yeah,
and the other one who's the muscle.
And at no point do you, like, you know, outside of the film not being ready for you to know yet, at no point do you lose track of who is who, what their motives are, and you know, the story as far as they're concerned up to that point. So that was impressive. One last thing, I guess, in the list of like what did I really like. I mean, Sir Ben Kingsley is a world-class act, and he always usually plays a very he's got sort of a really naturally wonderful British. I'm so sorry.
I'm holding back as much as I can.
My God, finish coughing before trying to talk again.
Why would I do that?
Because when you talk, you're facing me.
You want a drink?
I don't need the spray. I don't need the drink. Yeah, Ben Kingsley has this really wonderfully natural, classy sounding British, like he just seems like he's this upper class kind of British. But he really nailed the Jewish kind of, and I don't know if like that ages poorly. I don't know if nowadays, you know, it's just like, well, it should have been played by a Jew, or
he's an actor.
This is his job. Yeah. No. But I'm not like, you can get into different sides of the argument. But I'm just saying, I don't know if that is an argument. Like, I don't know,
right?
If that's a thing that would bother people.
Probably bothers somebody somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think he did a really great job at mastering that kind of accent. Like I had no trouble believing that he was a rabbi. At no point did I go, well, yeah, it was just Ben Kingsley. Like,
yeah,
you know, I bought it. So yeah. And then obviously the twist.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously which I caught on to, I would say about half an hour before it was revealed, or like I wasn't confident, but I was pretty sure that Slevin was Henry from.
What scenes were around? Was it when it started coming together?
When did that?
Because I feel like it happened when the movie wanted you to know, start to piece it together.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't actually reveal that he's Henry until the end. So there's obviously like they're aware that it's not necessarily obvious enough for everyone, otherwise they would just leave it unsaid, but they don't leave it unsaid. When did I figure that out? Whenever that first twist happens, when
Good Cat walks in the door and he doesn't shoot him.
Yes. Yeah.
After he kills the fairy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because, and what tipped me off was I spent the whole film being like, okay, I'm into this. I understand what's happening. This is kind of fun. But what the hell was all that shit at the beginning with the horse and the flashback to the 70s and
killing the guy in the station?
Yeah, like what
does that have to do with
what is all this? Like I don't get it.
Kansas City Shuffle.
Yeah, I don't like what was all that was that just to introduce Bruce Willis's character and that was a fun, like, irrelevant bit. And so I think what like obviously something's up when he doesn't kill Slevin.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, what is their connection? And then just by process of elimination, it came down to two things. I was like, well, Slevin's not a name. What the hell kind of name is Slevin? And then also being like, well, this is the only thing that I don't have an answer for. This is the only thing that, if it's that, it redeems the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Which, again, we could we could split hairs on, is that shitty filmmaking when the start of your film needs redeeming? Like, I'm not saying that you can't have a moment in your film that explains something from the beginning, but redeeming is a whole different ball game.
Yeah. And I think, and I'm not trying to defend the film by saying this, right? But like, this is the film intentionally doing it this way. Like, the whole start of the film is Bruce Willis's character talking to this random guy that you'd never really see again on screen except for a dead body about a Kansas City shuffle.
Yeah, and
the whole film itself is a Kansas City shuffle.
Yeah, I clued in that the guy at the beginning was Nick before I was confident in my theory that Slevin was Henry. Yeah. As soon as the body was, like, you don't even see Nick's face yet, but as soon as Bruce Willis had a body to put in,
you see his watch.
Yeah, but it wasn't even that. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to that. It was just the fact that, there's a third party body here. Mm-hmm. Where did this body come from? Well, it must be the body from the beginning.
Yeah. It's the only other person it's the only person
probably
who died except for the fairy.
It's either a total random who's irrelevant to everything, or it's Nick. Yeah. So it's probably Nick. Yeah. So that's kind of how I landed on that, I think.
Cool. So what didn't you like?
The beginning, like I said. I've kind of already touched on that. I don't think so. I don't think there's really anything else I didn't like. Yeah. I don't really think there's anything else that I didn't like.
Kind
of it. Yeah. It's interestingly, do you know the Rotten Tomatoes for this?
I don't.
So it has a critic score of 154 reviews of 52%.
Really?
Yeah. Now it has an audience score with over 250,000 reviews.
It's a lot.
Of 87%.
That sounds better.
So the audience likes it more than the critics did. Now I'm always curious when it's split down the road like this, and I have a certain opinion, I know which way I'm leading. I'm always curious to see what some of the negative reviews say.
Like the critic reviews?
Yeah. Tarantino's films work because they are usually some moral code at work. However fallen it may be. By comparison, Slevin is an unsettling exercise in amorality. So that guy just didn't like that it was all about revenge and that there's no good takeaway.
It's a lot of action films. He doesn't like any action films that are based on revenge.
Lucky number Slevin moves along nicely, and it is easy to get caught up in all that style, but style and cheap tricks are two different things. In the end, Lucky number Slevin is like that guy you knew in high school who seemed cool and interesting until he opened his mouth. Only Lucy Lou's insanely perky neighbor emerges with any real credit.
These reviews sound like there's not a lot of. This seem very personal with not a lot of foundation to the criticism.
I mean, that's normally what the critic reviews, audience reviews.
When it comes to Rotten Tomatoes, I usually land closer to or right on wherever the audiences are saying about a film anyway. I always find critic reviews are overly critical or not critical enough, depending on the film. Which
would be interesting to We could do an episode on that at some point, and like really, like I'd have to, because I know you won't. I'd have to do some like solid research into like what is it about the critics that make them often disagree with
miss the mark
the general audience.
Yeah, normal people.
Contrived and convoluted with glib, cutesy dialogue and wholly unoriginal style, so much is swiped from Tarantino and Guy Ritchie, both of whom were borrowers in the first place. Yeah, I mean, that's maybe something that I felt at one point where I was like, yeah, I mean, it's its own film and it's clearly not a Tarantino film, but there are moments where I'm like, but is it trying to be?
A Tarantino film?
Yeah, like a Kill Bill. Kill Bill mixed with a little bit of like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I don't know. I always find Tarantino's a little more kind of, I would say, I feel like he's more raw and gruesome, loose with the language.
Yeah.
Like this film doesn't have a lot of cursing in it. Tarantino films usually do. I can see like sort of the action and the story as a whole could be kind of taken, but at the same time, imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery in terms of art. So, I mean, what film doesn't copy from other films? That's why movie tropes are a thing.
It gets a severe in the profanity rating.
Does it really?
Very offensive remark about the Virgin Mary. Religious exclamations including God said once, ass said once, titties said once, shit said once. The F-bomb is dropped 30 times.
Really?
Damn is said, bitch is said, multiple racial slurs. A homosexual man is referred to several times as a fairy, which I did look up. So in November 2023, amid recognition of LGBT as an extremist organization in Russia, the film was censored on Kinopiosky. I don't know if that's a Russian streaming service or what it is. The word fairy was bleeped out in the trailer. This was pointed out by journalist Damir something Russian, who shared the video on his own Twitter page. The scene in which Slevin and Boss talk about a man nicknamed Fairy. In English slang, this word is used pejoratively referred to a gay man and was censored. According to representatives on the Kinopoisk platform, the copyright holder of the movie, Lucky Number Slevin, decided to censor out the word fairy from the picture. Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably one of those, like, was derogative at the time, but times have changed and derogatory things towards minority groups is no longer as...
You read that list of, like, cursing in there. Some of those things I wouldn't consider cursing, but... or
not necessarily
whatever.
Cursing, but profane.
But makes me wonder, like, man, how desensitized am I? That after watching this film, I'm like, it didn't do that much.
30 F-bombs?
30 F-bombs. Oh, I guess maybe it did.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah. I mean, for negatives, it's hard for me to think of something I didn't like about this film. Didn't like Bruce Willis's haircut.
No? I actually like him better with hair.
Do you?
Yeah, it was a win for me.
What was it? Have you ever heard the rumors about his hair in what's the movie where he's a thief? Hawk Nelson?
I don't know.
I think it's Hawk Nelson.
I guess not. No.
Where he like demanded that they go and digitally edit the hair on his head.
No.
So that he has a full head of hair. But like this is back when like CG wasn't a thing, so they're like drawing on all the cells.
Hand stitching in. Bruce Willis. Hair. Hawk. No, not Hawk 2.
Hawk 2.
My God, Google. That time Bruce Willis apparently used CGI to fix his hair. It's not. There's nothing there yet.
Yeah, but no, that he's never had that full of hair. Head of hair.
I'm sure he has.
No, he hasn't.
Sure he has.
He's got no receding hairline in that.
You think he was? You think what? Well, like from the age of 4, he was.
Well, no, you like watching Die Hard. His receding hairline is pretty much what it is in what we just watched. It's huge.
What year?
Like
yeah,
back.
but it doesn't necessarily mean that it was digital or like that it was. It could be a toupee. It could be.
I don't think so.
Any number of things.
I don't know. I'll believe the rumor on this one.
I don't think any film is spending the money.
I don't know. I'll try and find the oh frig, I haven't watched any of his stuff in a while. A YouTube video I saw about it. Anyway.
Oh, so it must be. Yeah.
It's definitely
sorry.
True.
I didn't realize that there was a hard-hitting journalistic.
Well, the guy
proof here.
The guy who did the YouTube video was like did journalism stuff. Anyway, are we ready to rate this? Thing?
Yeah. I mean, if we got nothing,
right.
It's Hudson Hawk, by the way,
Hudson
not Hawk Nelson.
Oh.
Hawk
Did I
Nelson
say Hawk Nelson? That's
a
band.
It's a band.
Yeah. So I guess I'm rating it first. Am I?
That seems to be the way this is set up to go. Yes.
Well, man, I really like this film. I always enjoy watching it. I gotta give it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah, I legitimately love watching this film. Like every time I sit down and watch it, I enjoy it from beginning to end. Oh man.
So that bumped your score of the films. That bumped your score for your films from a 7.4 up to a 7.6.
Okay.
I'm going to give this film a 7. Slevin.
That's strong for you.
Give it a Slevin.
Slevin 7?
I think it's good. I think it's fun. I would have no problem recommending it to someone. And I don't even necessarily like the confusion of the beginning notwithstanding. I don't necessarily have a reason for why I'm not ranking it higher, aside from maybe just like, gut.
Yeah, I wonder if your opinion of it would go up on a rewatch.
In a very may well do so.
Because I feel like it's got a lot of. It does have a lot of that kind of Book of Eli nostalgia to it. Where like,
careful, don't spoil Book of Eli for anyone.
You rewatch Book of Eli, and a lot of things
start to click.
Oh wow! Okay. Oh no. Okay, that makes.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Right. And this kind of has a little bit of that, like little looks and glances that Slevin gives Lucy Liu's character in their first interaction, and it's just little things like that where you're just like, he's okay. Yeah, it's fun to rewatch.
And my score took my opinion of your films from a 6.1 up to a 6.2. Which ties us again, but technically not really. Because I have to have you watch a masterpiece next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently you're gonna go up in the world.
Well, maybe, unless you don't like it, unless you have bad taste in film and you're like, not into it.
You make me watch what's that film that Pete likes? You don't.
Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation. You're gonna make me watch Lost in Translation.
I should have come up with. I should have had a better answer there. You're like, what's that film Pete likes and you don't? I'm like, what? Cats? I don't know. I don't know.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. What'd you watch this week?
Oh man, I didn't watch a whole lot.
Yeah, I was doing some laundry, so I threw on One Piece.
Actually, I didn't do any laundry this week.
Oh,
There's
failure.
so much laundry I need to do. I've been working on cleaning up my winter rims because I'm getting I gotta get new tires, so I got the tires off them right now. So
Do you want to help me fix my dryer?
Cleaning them up and no,
so that I can do laundry?
no,
Oh.
no. That's not what I'm saying.
No, but you don't want to help me fix my dryer?
No.
Oh.
Anyway,
You could save me a lot of money if you help me fix my dryer.
Last weekend did get a family movie night in, and Emily and I did end up watching a movie. So I did watch two things, just not as much as normal the last week. So it's my movie pick this time, and I wanted to watch some Looney Tunes and watch some Space Jam. But
how crippling is it for you that, like, that when you get to pick family movie night movies, you're still like PG and under?
Not that
because
bad.
That sometimes
I like some of that old stuff. Like
no, I know,
Space
but
Jam's
like
great.
yeah, but you're never just like I wish I could show everyone The Matrix right now or
yeah,
Total Recall.
That doesn't bother me.
No, okay.
No. Yeah.
That's why we watch movies together.
Yeah. So instead of watching Space Jam, classic, we ended up watching Looney Tunes Back in Action because I wanted to watch some Looney Tunes with my kids. And it's still a fun movie. It's not as good. It's not even close to as good as Space Jam. But man, Brendan Fraser.
But Brendan Fraser is a better lead than Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah. He elevates the film.
And Steve Martin is the villain.
So Steve Martin is the villain. Yeah.
It's good, man.
It elevates the film. I would still say Space Jam is a better film, but
I think Space Jam is better. See, and this is where it gets weird and really existential because I think Space Jam is better, but I think Looney Tunes Back in Action is a lot more fun.
Yeah. Space Jam's got a better story
than
Back in Action.
But Back in Action just gives you a lot more of that Looney Tunes looniness.
Yeah. Well, the Acme company is like trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
It's a weak, really odd story, but then you get a lot of weird stuff.
Brendan Fraser teaming up with Daffy Duck.
Unzipping and their body, the cartoon bodysuit to reveal the head of the Acme
Marvin
Corp.
the Martian plays a big role. It's
I love Marvin Martian's one of my favorites.
I think maybe I'll watch that tonight now.
It's fun. And then Emily picked the movie that we watched together, the two of us, not you and me and
I was gonna say
her.
Is that how you choose?
And she wanted to watch a film called Lady Bird.
Oh yes, with one of my all-time favorite actresses, Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Is
that the main lead character?
Irish girl. Yeah.
Anyway, it was a good film.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a coming of age thing.
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet. Yeah, and Saoirse.
I didn't hate
this girl, Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. What'd you watch?
Nothing really, because I mean, I watched. Yeah, nothing. No, because my mom was sick this week, right? So she was supposed to come over and watch Two Towers.
Right.
But she was sick.
But you went to the theater with her.
No, we went separate.
Did you really?
Yeah, I went with Brianne and my sisters, and then her and my stepdad had a date night. So that was as much as I would have loved to go with her, my 100% my preference was date night.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's too bad.
But I did go. I mean, the review is up now, but I did go and see Beetlejuice. In prep for that, I watched the first Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I feel like I can talk about it now. Like, I'm not going to spoil Beetlejuice, but that review went up like a week and a half ago. So, what I've been telling people, sort of my non-spoilery whatever, is, look, I went in with super high hopes and super low expectations. It was...
That seems like those things don't mix.
Yeah, no, like I hoped,
doesn't make any sense.
I really hoped it was going to be amazing, but I didn't expect it would be.
Oh, okay. That clears it up. Yeah. The first phrasing sounded confusing.
It was a little bit better than I expected. A little bit. It was nowhere near as good as I hoped. Yeah. Ultimately, it's still an above 5 on my scoring. I gave it a 6.
Okay. But you were hoping for like a 7 or 8 or 9.
But I was wildly disappointed.
Yeah.
Wildly disappointed. Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, legacy sequels, man. What are you going to do? More misses than hits. There's a few hits.
Is that true? We need to do an episode on legacy sequels.
We talked about it a while back, and I was like, and then when we started listing them off, it's like, okay, there's some winners.
We need to do a full episode on legacy sequels.
But I feel like most of them are misses.
Let's plan that.
Oh, okay.
Let's do an analysis on legacy sequels.
Let's list them off.
Yeah. Well, and talk about like what ones are there? Are they
trash?
Are they better? Like, do they average out?
They hold up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All listed down below. Patreon, where you can support the show, get some fun perks in return. Less than a cup of coffee a month. That's what it costs. That's what it costs to get fun stuff and support the show.
Yeah.
Keep the lights on around here.
You can watch us eat chicken wings.
Yeah, because I'm gonna miss work because Carl made me sick. So send us a you son of a and merch. There's another way to help us out financially.
Maybe we'll get face masks.
Buy our shirts. I think there was. I think we sold face masks.
Did anybody
during
buy
COVID.
them?
I can't remember. I mean, I just can't remember.
That was a weird time.
Yeah.
Like
merchandising medical masks.
Yeah.
Oh
my goodness.
Give it another 20 years. We'll do it again.
You think so?
Oh, hands down. Because if you think about it, and here's the depressing part of all of this, right? But like, yeah, COVID was a couple years ago, but like a decade before that, it was SARS. And the only reason why we didn't all wear masks for SARS is because we hadn't started all wearing masks for that type of thing. But now that like our response to COVID has set a precedent, the next time there's some sort of pandemic, you bet your ass governments are going to try to bring all that back. I don't know if they'll do it successfully, but that will be you know what we did before, and it seemed to flatten the curve, and here we go. And
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we're not selling masks again. It's not going to happen. Yeah.